Today we are talking Stranger Things season 1. This is post-credit chat that you're listening to. My name is Mark and this is Sam. We're excited that we're going to get to jump in with you guys on this. Remember where you can find us. We are on X/Twitter, BlueSky, YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram, all at the social handle of post-credit chat. We're talking season 1 Stranger Things. Sam, this is something that we have really been looking forward to. We have a whole calendar laid out. We are talking everything Stranger Things up until the release of season 5, reviewing seasons 1, 2, 3, and 4. How you feeling about it?
I'm excited, man. I'm feeling pretty good after finishing season 1. It's hard to stay on schedule. It's hard not to be like, "Oh, I just wanna blast through, like, season 2 and 3 now."
I found the same thing happening. I'm glad you said that because I did actually jump a little bit into season 2 just because I was still eating my dinner as I was
Yeah,
finishing the last episode a few days ago. And once it concluded, the second season, automatic play for on Netflix that they have going, I jumped right into
exactly.
season 2
It
and I'm
serves
so
it up
excited.
on, like, a silver platter. How am I not supposed to watch it, you know?
Giving us some of the best TV we have ever seen. That's a
Absolutely.
fact.
Heck yeah.
Well, what we are planning to do is just get ready to run through a few different things as far as Stranger Things goes. There's a lot for us to look forward to. For those of you who are joining in, never seen Stranger Things, I'm very jealous because you have 4 seasons of great television you can watch leading up to season 5. There are going to be spoilers that we talk about. I want to go ahead and get that out of the way. So if you have not seen Stranger Things and you don't care about spoilers, you're in the right place. If you care about spoilers, this is not the place for you to be right now. Spoiler warning up. We're talking spoilers moving forward. But Sam, just some obvious things out there and some fun things I want to throw into the conversation. Created by the Duffer Brothers, Matt and Ross Duffer. It was produced by 21 Laps Entertainment. Obviously, we have this on Netflix. It debuted July 15th, 2016. Where were you in 2016, Sam?
Dude, I was in high school. Are you
That's
kidding me?
crazy. Man, you were in high school. I was living out in California in 2016.
That's
I
wild.
was at college. Anyways,
Anyways,
filmed in Georgia, mostly in the areas of Atlanta and nearby small towns like Jackson and Douglasville. And we've got 4 seasons of it. What have been your impressions so far of Stranger Things seasons 1 through 4?
like, when I think about it, and I know this is kind of the, like, standard, everybody says this, but, like, there's only one episode of the entire show where I'm like, "That was kinda not that good," but everything else is like, "Wow, this is some of the best." Like, the characters are amazing, the production value is insane. It's just so good. And the story, obviously, like, just
Yeah,
the way it progresses is interesting, it's, like, captivating, I guess. It's just good stuff, man.
I want to know what this episode is that because I can't even think of one. Tell me. I mean, we're talking spoilers.
Yeah,
What's that
yeah.
episode?
We're talking the episode in, I think it's season 2, where they kind of
Oh, I
go
know what you're
off.
talking about.
Yeah, yeah. They go off on their tangent with the other, like, kids with powers and stuff, and it's like, okay,
Yeah,
that was fine, but you did nothing with it, I
right.
guess. And well, we'll talk about it when we get to season 2, but I just hope they don't bring them back at this point. It's too late.
Yeah, hopefully they don't. That was a pretty lame execution, I
Yes,
thought.
I agree. I agree.
I
But other
guess
than
there might
that,
have been some potential, but overall, it really didn't land. A few
exactly.
more things real quick. Let me just kind of give the concept and the setting, at least for season 1. So we are set in a fictional town of Hawkins, Indiana. This is during the 1980s. You see with this season, or really, sorry, not just the season, but the show as a whole, it is very heavily inspired by Stephen King, Steven Spielberg, just, they're kind of maybe even a little bit of John Carpenter, I would say, but we got a mix of sci-fi, we got horror in there, we got mystery, thriller, just a quite bit of everything. And the big thing that we focus on in season 1 is there's this parallel universe called the Upside Down. So let's jump in season 1. Sam, I figure what I would do is just kind of talk about each season or each episode in season 1. Let's just talk about it. Episode 1 is called The Vanishing of Will Byers. Will goes missing after encountering something terrifying on his bike on the ride home. His friends start searching while his mom, Joyce, grows frantic, and a mysterious girl named Eleven appears in the woods.
Yeah, man.
Episode 1.
It's just a good episode. And I think back to, like, talking about season 4 too, and it's like, well, yeah, by the way, that guy that Will saw when he fell off his bike was supposed to be Vecna. It's like,
Yeah.
what?
Isn't that
It's
crazy? I
crazy.
did this. I did. I went like when I started this. So let me kind of give you a quick rundown. I saw season 1 as it was airing back in 2016.
Yep.
And then season 1 again a few years ago. And just the beginning of this year, my wife and I we did a whole rewatch at the beginning of this year. Why we did it at the beginning of the year, I'm not sure. I think we just we love the show. So we just started it over. And then immediately after it ended, I jumped right back into season 1, like 2 weeks later after we concluded season 4. So kind of going back to what you said, I love seeing that first episode and seeing that shadowy figure and thinking like, that's Vecna. That is Vecna. That is so cool that he's been here this entire time.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
And, something for me too. We had the episode title leaks for season 5, right?
Yes.
And there's like the vanishing of blank, right? Part of me, I don't think it's going to be the case. I'd love it if it's the vanishing of Will Byers again. If we get that point of view of Will Byers when it happened. Because we don't know what went down there, dude. And I would love to see that.
Dang, I'm doing this something I should not do while we're recording. But annoying. I thought I saw on Instagram earlier, Stranger Things post something pretty cool. Let's see here. Dude. So they have these character posters out that they did. Did you see the new ones?
How recent?
9 hours ago.
No. What?
Okay. Well, it's not a character poster, I guess. It's more of a, what do you want to call it? A reel, a short reel. Let's see here. But here's the one for Will Byers. You can't really see it. That was a lovely sound to hear. Here you go.
There you go.
So there's Will.
Yeah.
And then down in the reflection is his younger self. And so, but they do that for all of them. And I mean, they have been very intentional with all their marketing. So I want to know why they did that. And with what you're saying, maybe we are going to see a lot of when they were younger. Technology, you could do that these days.
And the upside down is something they mentioned in season 1, season 4, is that, the upside down exists in this one period of time,
Yeah, that's wild.
Who knows, man? Where'd they go?
You're onto something. We're already exploring season 5.
And we're going way ahead of ourselves.
It's all good. I think episode 1 is awesome. It starts off strong. I love how they kick off with just a little bit of mystery as far as there's the guy in the lab coat. He's underground and something goes wrong. He's running away and he gets yanked into the ceiling of the elevator, gets killed. Immediately we cut over to the boys in the basement or, stars of Stranger Things as a whole. And they're in their D&D campaign. How cool is that? Seeing the chemistry that they have there.
I mean, dude, and also like there's for that age, being able to act as well as they do, it's like, man, it's just impressive,
Yeah, I agree. I thought they killed it.
Yes.
When I think of like a good kids cast in movies, one is The Sandlot. That cast is amazing. Yep. The other one is Super 8. Steven Spielberg's Super 8. Have you seen that?
Oh my gosh. Dude, yes.
Excellent. Great movie. The kids cast they have in that is phenomenal. In even Stranger Things, like this is just going to go down in history as one of the best casting of a group of kids in
absolutely
media, I would say. They did a good job. But you get to see a lot of their chemistry, as they're, playing D&D. They're rolling the dice. One goes off the board and they all flip their lid. They're like, don't touch the dice. We got to find it. Where did it land? And, we immediately see Will riding home on his bike and we see Vecna in the shadow. We see this mysterious figure. We don't know who it is. And it kind of just scares him and he falls into the woods. We don't know anything about this mysterious character, though. No. We just see him for a second and we really don't see him again. I don't think ever in season 1, if I'm not mistaken. I don't even know if we see him in season 2, but it is Vecna from season 4. We know that.
I think you're led to believe that it's like the Demogorgon kind of later on, because especially if you're watching season 1 in like a vacuum, right? And you're going to be like, oh, it's the Demogorgon, because that's all.
Yeah. That's fair. I think you're right. I think there's a lot of assumption probably when we were watching season 1 of like, okay, because I mean, I could confidently tell you, I didn't know that was Vecna until I saw a TikTok on it like a year or so ago. And people were like, we've already seen Vecna in Stranger Things. He's in season 1. I'm like, no, he's not. And I go watch, I'm like, oh my God, that's Vecna. That's exactly who that is. So, and Vecna, by the way, great character. I'm so excited to get into that in season 4 as we get closer to that. But anyways, kind of moving on with all that, we then get introduced to 11, who is an escapee of this experimental hospital on children,
Mhm.
right? And she is one of the numbered kids. She's number 11, hence the name. She has these powers. She's already had them. She's escaped, gets introduced to the group of guys. Will's gone. He's, disappeared and no one knows where he's at. And so the whole arc of, season one is we've got to find Will, got to find Will Byers. I want to ask you a question. Who do you think is the main character of season one?
Ooh. You know, I really think it has to be I think it's Mike, if I had to
Mike?
pick one. But the reason I struggle is because I think on this, like, second watch through that I'm doing, I kind of forgot how much screen time they give, like, Jonathan Byers, and then, like, Steve and Nancy, you know? It's
Yeah.
like, they're not side characters, they, like, have their own full story, you know?
And they got a good story.
Absolutely.
Every character in this show has like a great arc that we
Yes.
can kind of follow along with.
Yeah.
I would like to say and think as well, Mike is probably one of the main. I mean, they're all main characters to a point, right?
Right.
But
Yeah.
I guess when you think of season one and you think of like who is the main person to you, you think Mike is what you're saying.
I think so.
For,
Part of me wants to say 11 too, but
yeah,
she doesn't talk a lot, so.
she doesn't. For me, as I've gone on to watch it a few different times, I feel Nancy is the main character. Or not Nancy, I'm sorry, Joyce. Joyce Byers, the
Oh,
mom.
yeah.
I don't, the more I watch season one and approach it with that lens, I really love the idea of her being the main character. Whether that's intended or not, I don't really know. I mean, obviously, the
Yeah.
focus, 11 is when she's on screen, everyone's like super excited to see her, use her powers and whatnot, right? But I think of Joyce, this mom who is just in heartbreak and utter fear for her son, who she thinks is just dead at one point, right? And then come to find out, she's like, that's not my son. He
Ooh.
is out there when no one else believes her. The acting that she's putting out there is phenomenal because she really is in tears, all the time. She's constantly worried. She's always like trying to convince somebody like, Hopper, you have to believe me. And
Yes.
she killed it. She executed it well.
Absolutely. Yeah. And
What
even like
was for you your favorite part of season one? What was your standout favorite part?
there's a lot of parts that I love, but I think, well, okay, I'm going to say two. One is when they pull the fake Will Byers out of the lake.
Mm,
I think that scene is crazy because, when you watch it the first time, you're like, crap.
yep.
Like, that kid is dead. And then kind of like the moments after that where you see like, the kids were all there and they saw them like pull him out of the lake. So they think he's totally gone. And the only person who doesn't is Joyce. And I guess
Mm.
kind of subsequently Hopper too, right? So that was a really cool moment. Also, watching the finale when they're in a corridor and 11 like melts all those like military like scientists, their like blood just starts coming out
Oh,
of their
dude.
eyes, dude.
What an
Like,
epic scene.
whoa, yeah,
Yep.
dude, crazy.
Do you have like a least favorite part, would you say, of
Oh
season one?
gosh.
Maybe not. I mean, it is good. I'm not asking you to like just go find something. Because me, honestly, I'm like, I don't know if I have a part that's something I just really didn't.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing that like off the top of my head. I didn't like that they killed the dude who owned the diner. That kind of pissed me off. I was
Oh, yeah.
like, hey, I don't think it was like bad per se, but I don't like it. He was like super cool, and they took him out.
Yep. He was, and he was like, he really cared about 11. He's like,
Yes.
okay, something's like, it's funny too, because you see when he first sees 11, he's like, you think you could just steal from me, boy? And then he sees it's a girl and he's like his demeanor changes and he feels bad.
Yes.
And she's in this hospital gown. And, you could tell that she's just been through things.
Absolutely.
But yeah.
Like for a character that existed for all of 5 minutes, he was a good
Yep.
character.
He did good he worked well with what he had.
Mhm.
That's cool. For me, my favorite scene, I would say, was when Joyce gets lights plugged in to the house and she first starts to discover that this is how she could communicate with Will.
Mhm.
And so even before that, right? She like is kind of communicating with him and she's like, Will, is that you? And so she goes and plugs in like all these white Christmas lights just under a cabinet. She opens up the cabinet, I think, and she plugs in just the end of it and she's holding it in her lap. And she's like, Will, is that you? Like flash once, turn the light on once for yes. And he turns the light on and she's like, oh, thank you so much. She's like, Will, tell me, are you alive? Flash one for yes and does it. And then she's like, are you safe? And then it flashes twice, meaning no. And your heart kind of drops when watching that because
Yes.
because we knew he wasn't safe.
Mhm.
But again, this is just the brilliance of her character and the emotion that, she puts into Joyce, right? You feel the emotion of her heart sinking when she finds out her son is not okay.
Man. Yeah.
Heartbreaking, but love it. Love it.
Absolutely. Gosh, now once you mentioned that, it made me remember the moment when they find Will in the Upside Down, when Joyce and Hopper find him.
Yeah.
That whole scene,
Yep.
whoa. Like, everything about that was so good. Like, getting more of Hopper's story in there, too, is like,
Yeah.
it's like kind of a gut punch, man.
We haven't really even talked about Hopper yet. I mean, he is
Yeah.
a big part of this. Real quick, what I will say, one of my least favorite parts of season 1, I could get flamed for this. I don't care. What's that girl's name that gets killed off when she's at
Barb.
the pool? What is it?
Barb.
Could care less about Barb. She got killed off and I was like, good, let's be done with Barb. Don't care, And then there was like a little bit of hope. Like, is she coming back? I'm like, she's dead. So no more Barb unless we see her in season 5.
No way, dude. If they bring her back in season 5,
We riot.
it's too late, man.
It's too late. Let's talk about Hopper a little bit. Yeah, he's another, I would say, relatable character, right? We first see Hopper sleeping in the morning, being late to, he's the head of the police department and he's late to work. And he gets in there and, the secretary's like, Joyce, by the way, here's all these things going on that you've missed because you slept in. Oh, and by the way, Joyce's son, Will, is missing. And he's like, oh, okay. And he walks into his office and Joyce is sitting there and he starts to take it a little more seriously. And so it's cool that he's a really relatable character because he is like I would be like, okay, did he go to school? Did he just go off with friends? Like what's going on? And get to explore that, side of Hopper a little bit as the season goes on, the relatability that he gives. But yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he's probably one of my favorite characters in season 1, or honestly throughout the whole show.
Yeah.
And also, because of this role, I really like David Harbour, too. Like, I think she's just, in every role I've seen him in, he's been really good.
He kills it. He does a great job. We have him in Thunderbolts,
Yep.
right?
He was in the Black Widow movie, but that was less good.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're right. He was the best part about that movie.
Yeah, and that, yeah. He was in that Violent Night, dude. He was Santa.
Santa Claus in Violent Night. Yes, that's right.
It was an awesome role. Are you kidding me?
Violent Night was amazing.
Yes.
I just pulled up a little bit of his IMDb. He was also in Suicide Squad. I forgot about that. Did you ever see that? The 2016 with
Jared Leto?
Jared Leto.
Yep.
Not a forgettable actor by any means. But he was the guy. He was like one of the government officials trying to figure out like, should we let these people go out and save us or whatnot kind of thing.
Yeah.
Fall through with the task. Violent Night, Thunderbolts, Black Widow, Hellboy, Suicide Squad. He was also in Quantum of Solace. I did not know that.
Was he really?
Yeah, I really want to know who he played, but I could do that later. But anyways, yeah, David Harbour, great actor. Let's go on. Episode 2 is The Weirdo of Maple Street. Mike Dustin and Lucas Hyde, 11 in Mike's basement. Joyce starts getting strange phone calls she believes that are from Will. She believes these phone calls are coming from Will. And Chief Hopper, David Harbour, his character, begins investigating the Hawkins National Laboratory, Dexter's Laboratory, if anyone knows that reference. But yeah, another cool episode. Just kind of furthers along everything that we've been talking about, things that we love about season 1.
Just, again, this kind of plays into like the good vibes of Stranger Things, It's like watching this season is like, okay, nothing's really, hit the fan yet. So we can kind of enjoy like these moments with these characters and it's not like, oh gosh.
Right.
Like it's so over. But
Yep. Something cool about this is where I mean, you see it at the end of or episode 1. Joyce is getting obviously really worried. She's worried by the middle of episode 1, let's be fair.
oh yeah,
But I mean, even, episode 2 is kind of when she starts to take things in her own hands and you see that mom mentality really take place.
Yes.
Love that, again, we have this setting that something seems so familiar. We feel like we've heard of this story before. A kid goes missing, mom or dad try to do everything they can to get him back. Classic monster story. But something about Stranger Things just makes us feel so genuine, so
yeah.
unique, I would say.
And I think a lot of that is due to Winona Ryder's performance, like her acting.
Yep.
Like she really, really plays that well.
Yep. I completely agree. Episode 3 is Holly Jolly. 11 shows the boys what happened to Will through her powers. Joyce communicates with Will using Christmas lights, that cool scene I was talking about. And Nancy realizes that Barb has gone missing after a party. I don't even know if I would call that a party. That was like 2 couples and,
Yeah.
an extra person.
Yeah.
Fifth wheel, if you will, I guess.
Ooh. Yeah. That whole situation is like, why was Barb there in the first place? It's like,
Nancy brought her along, though, right?
but like, that's so stupid.
I agree.
And Nancy had to have known what was going to happen, like
Nancy knew exactly what
yes.
was going to happen that night, and she didn't give a rip. She brought, Barb because she knew I didn't like the character and that, Barb was going to get eaten by the Demogorgon. That's probably
Yeah.
what
Oh,
it
you're
was.
right. She knew it was
Yeah.
for you.
That's exactly right. Thank you, Nancy. Appreciate it.
Yes.
And thank you for going to the party.
Maybe Nancy is the villain of season 1.
Ooh,
Ooh. She killed Barb on purpose.
that might be the fact. She is probably the villain of season 1. Okay. I like that. Dude, I mean, she's always around when things go south, right?
That's so true. Yeah.
Think about it. She went into the Upside Down, and we only see what the Duffer Brothers are showing us, but she climbs into that tree going into the Upside Down, and then she acts all sad when she sees
Mhm.
Barb,
Mhm.
but maybe she's really happy on the inside.
And then she basically cheats on Steve like that same day, dude. Come on.
Oh, Nancy.
What a problem character, dude.
Dude, her and Vecna.
They need to team up.
This is their plan all along.
Yeah, season 5 prediction. You hear it here first. Nancy's going to team up with Vecna in the end.
I can't wait to edit this. Let's jump ahead. Episode 4 is called The Body. One of the scenes you were talking about that you really like. The town finds what they think is Will's body, but Joyce refuses to believe he's dead. 11 uses a radio to prove Will's still alive. Hopper breaks into the Hawkins lab and uncovers clues about the government experiments that have been. See, episode 4, I mean, again, just kind of a testament to the previous episodes that it's always ramping up in season 1. You
Yes.
start off with episode 1, you get a quick glimpse into what this is going to be about with this monster taking that, lab coat doctor, whoever he is, to the ceiling of the elevator. But we go to the D&D group and things start to escalate a little bit. And then all of a sudden Will disappears and it's just one thing after another. And here we are, episode 4. And we, as the audience, as the viewers, we are still getting very excited about what's happening. It keeps growing, the anticipation. We're anxious to see what's going to happen with Will, with the group of kids, with 11 now in the picture. Joyce, she's onto something. Are they going to believe her?
Yeah. And I think that this is a good testament to like the pacing of the show too, because this is a reveal that you would expect to happen like way late in the season.
Yeah.
That oh shoot, like Will's dead, but it's perfect because he's not. So it's a really like interesting way that they pace the story, and it's just good.
I agree. I completely agree. Episode 5, The Flea and the Acrobat. The boys learn about the Upside Down, a parallel dimension, through their science teacher. Hopper discovers that the body was fake, and Nancy and Jonathan team up to search for the monster. This is the villain. The villain, Nancy, teams up with Jonathan to go search for this monster. A lot happens in this episode. This is a pretty productive one. This is really where we get to see Hopper, who's thought Joyce has been crazy in a lot of what she's been saying. Come to find the dead body, the fake body in the last episode, Hopper's like, hey, now you're grieving. I totally understand. I've been here before because Hopper's lost his daughter. She passed away. And now he's found this body to be fake, just as Joyce said it was. Hopper is now, this is the moment we have Hopper that we know for the rest of season 1, seasons 2, 3, and 4.
Yep.
Hopper is like moving forward. I'm with you. Not messing around.
He's
kind of,
all
kind
in,
of person.
dude.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, and we talked earlier about moments that I hate or dislike in this show. This is something that's an issue with casting people older than the age of the characters that they play.
Mhm.
There is no shot that Jonathan and Nancy would have been able to say, "Oh, yeah, so the Demogorgon is like all these different animals and it can like smell blood and all that stuff." No, you would not have figured that out. You would be like peeing your pants crying right now if you were like what, 15 or 16 like they're supposed
Well,
to
I
be.
mean, isn't this the age you were when it released?
Yeah.
You
No
were in high
shot,
school. You
dude.
were there.
If I saw that thing, uh-uh. Just
You're all ready to jump in. That's so
no
funny.
way.
I love it. I love it, Sam. Okay, well, kind of moving on. Episode 6 is The Monster. Nancy and Jonathan fight the Demogorgon and begin preparing traps. 11 recalls being tested at Hawkins' lab and accidentally making contact with the monster. So this episode, I mean, is a little bit more actiony, just as we kind of heard, like they go and fight this Demogorgon. I don't know. What is the actual chances they survive this fight? Like, come on. They're not getting this. There's no shot.
Yes.
So whatever.
Yeah.
Not hating on Nancy either. I'm not even necessarily.
But you don't love Nancy.
I hate Nancy though. I don't like Nancy, the villain. No, I love Nancy. She's great. I think the actress, she does a good job with her character. And I do love what her character does in all of this. But hey, for the podcast, she's not winning this fight. There's no shot.
No, not even for the podcast. Are you kidding me? Yeah, some 16-year-old girl with a bear trap and a blowtorch is going to kill this thing. Yeah. And a pistol.
Are you condemning her for her age? How dare you?
Yeah, how dare I point out the obvious.
Oh, you're so getting canceled after this goes live, Sam.
It's over.
It's over for you. Next week on Post Credit Chat. Hey, welcome back to Post Credit Chat. My name is Mark, and well, today we're going to be talking about episode 7, The Bathtub. The group reunites. They're all together. 11 helps them communicate with Will using a sensory deprivation bathtub. Well, we can talk a little bit more about that in a second. Hopper and Joyce break into the lab again and enter into the Upside Down. So they're all back together. Will's not with the group yet. He's still in the Upside Down. Will was hired for season 1. And they gave him 4 scenes. They probably gave him 10 minutes.
Yes, let's dump some water on him, make him cry, and use that.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, it's funny. I was watching this interview with
the Noah Schnapp.
Yeah, Noah Schnapp. I was watching an interview with him earlier, and he was like commenting on some of the other his fellow actors like performance. He's like, oh, they're really good. He's like, I wouldn't really know. I wasn't in this season. But they're doing really good. 11, we get a bathtub actually with a ton of salt so she can, close her eyes and float in it and say she's doing things when she's probably just dozing off and she's sleeping.
Yes.
She's using her powers to locate Will and to kind of communicate into the Upside Down. This episode, we're kind of ramping off of the season because after this, we got episode 8, and that's the final episode of season 1. But we kind of get to see the extent of 11's powers. Do you think 11, how old is she in this?
I think it's supposed to be 10 or 11.
11.
Yep.
But I mean, regardless, think about all the weight that is put onto this character.
Absolutely.
With the upside down and all of it, it's pretty cool to see her composure. And again, this is just a nod to the Duffer Brothers. They do a really good job of giving direction, letting the actors kind of work with what they got to give a solid performance.
And also knowing what her character's done after watching season 4, it's like, yeah, okay, we know why she's messed up.
Right. Oh, yeah. That's wild to think about, the end of season 4, or not the end of season 4, but yeah, some of what we see in season 4 leads into the beginning of season 1.
Yes.
But again, if you're not bothered by spoilers and you've been listening this entire time, go watch it and you'll know what we're talking about. I think also, is this? Let me see something. Is this the episode where the police, or not the police, but really like the military unit that works for the lab, they go to the school where the kids are hiding out, and he's like, I've got the fudge. And then, the military police show up. Is that
I
this
want to
episode?
say that's episode 8.
Is it? Okay.
I think so. Yeah.
But it's awesome because I guess with all of this, something else that kind of stands out to me is Joyce. She gets to be a mother. Not that, she wasn't a mother to Jonathan. Joyce gets to kind of be that motherly figure to
Mm.
11.
Yeah.
Also kind of explains why, 11 lives with them in season 4.
Yeah. 100%.
Which is kind of a cool fact. Just thought about that. But I love that dynamic. I think it's special. I think Joyce is at a place, like, for me, like if I were in Joyce's position, I'd be like, I don't care what I need to do to get my kid back. I will cut anyone down to make sure my child is safe. And Joyce is there, but at the same time, she has this love and respect for 11, who can get into the upside down a little bit and see where Will is at, but then her nose bleeds way too much. She just really has this love and this care for 11.
Yeah.
And I think that's special.
I agree.
Moving on, episode 8 is called The Upside Down. Hopper and Joyce find Will and rescue him from the upside down. In the school, 11 faces off against a Demogorgon and sacrifices herself to destroy it. Will returns home, but later coughs up a slug, hinting that the upside down isn't done with.
Yeah, dude.
Pretty crazy.
Yeah, I think it's one of my favorite finales. It's just a great episode. Although, obviously dipping like a little bit into season 2, it's weird that 11 went to the upside down after that, Because then it's like, well, the Demogorgon probably went there too, right? And this is also the same thing that she did to,
she didn't kill
Henry.
it. I thought she killed it, the Demogorgon.
Well, we don't really know because like she blasted it the same way she did the guy who was Vecna before he became Vecna.
Number 1.
Yes, 1.
Yeah. No, you're right.
I don't know. No, it doesn't really matter because apparently there's tons of Demogorgons, but...
Right. I think the upside down is the last place I am going to save you all, but I'm going to go to the scariest place on the planet.
Yeah, oh my gosh.
As a sacrifice.
Here we are. Shot, dude.
This cute little girl who just saves the group and just sacrifices herself.
Yeah.
Did she sacrifice herself for everybody or for Mike?
It was for Mike.
It was for Mike.
Come on.
We got Nancy, the villain, and then we got 11, just like quite the opposite. She's like,
yes,
I will sacrifice myself.
I think Nancy would sacrifice Mike.
Nancy's pushing Barb in the way of a Demogorgon, So here's like a cool like thought I've had as I've rewatched. The Demogorgon is like, that's not an easy opponent, in the universe of this show. It's not an easy opponent.
Right.
Like, to me, when you are playing a game and you come against your first, like for me, when I played Elden Ring, right? And I came across my first enemy, it's like, dude, this guy's hard. Like, I don't want to fight this guy again. And then you kind of level up and it's like a lot easier to take out that enemy, right? Get to harder foes as time goes on.
Yeah.
It's interesting because as the show goes on, seasons 2, 3, and 4, the Demogorgon is always just a difficult enemy they always have to go against, right? I mean, they even like had a hard time with them in season 4. I know 11 wasn't there and, Hopper didn't have powers, but
yeah,
you think they would know by this time, like, yeah, they knew like they needed fire, but
that's true.
Still, they're just a hard opponent. And, it's kind of cool because the Duffer Brothers didn't introduce many more villains into this show. It was kind of like just the Demogorgon and then a few other things. So,
yeah. Well, and that makes me interested for like what's next too. Cause it's like, they got to go. I don't think they've gone as big as they can yet, So it's like the Demogorgons are still going to be tough, but then something's going to be tougher. So right. I'm excited to see what they do.
I agree. I think that's honestly season 5. There's going to be a lot of, I don't want to say like answers to questions we've been asking. I don't think I've been asking questions. I've always just been really excited with what they've given us to kind of watch. But to your point, I am really curious to see how a lot of what you just said unfolds in season 5.
Me
So,
too.
yeah.
And something else I was kind of thinking about too, like watching season one. I remember watching it the first time and being like, I get this whole thing. I know what's going on, and being like, my first thought, because they're talking about like the Cold War and the Russians and all that. And I was like, no way. This Upside Down is actually like their alternate reality where like the Russians actually nuked the United States in the Cold War.
Yeah.
And that's what we're doing. Nah, I don't think that turns out, but it's still,
No.
that would have been pretty cool.
That would be pretty cool. Kind of rounding out the episode, what I did want us to do is let's rank these characters. I just think it'd be cool to see how these characters rank out as the seasons go. We're going to have new characters introduced. We will add them into the ranking as we go on, but we're here to rank some Stranger Things characters. So let's do that, Sam. I will go edit this so it is not as painful to watch our pauses. Thank you. Okay, so let's start off. We've got 11. Let's kick
11.
it off there. Well, I guess what I'll do is I'll read them all off. So we got 11, Mike Wheeler, Jason Henderson, Lucas Sinclair, Will Byers, Joyce Byers, Jim Hopper, Nancy Wheeler, Jonathan Byers, and Steve Harrington.
Mm-hmm.
So how do we want to do this? Do we want to just kind of go, who do you think is your number? Oh, how about this? Let's start last. Who do you want dead last?
Who's my
and let me
least
ask you this.
favorite?
Yeah, who's your least favorite? And where the rank is this, Sam. Just who do we think is the best character in Stranger Things?
Okay.
Is that fair? Or
Yeah.
do we want to do our favorite? I don't know. We'll just do an all-around ranking.
Yeah.
We'll just do that. All right, let's start with last. Who do you think? I know
Will.
who I got.
It's Will.
Yes. Good.
He's just not a character. I don't think it's fair to have him any higher than that.
I agree.
He cries. That's all he does.
Too much. I'm completely with you on there. Who do you think we got next?
I'm kind of ready to I'm tempted to throw Lucas down there. Not because I dislike him, just because, again, he doesn't get a lot of screen time other than arguing with Mike.
Okay. So you want to throw Lucas? Okay, interesting. See, I like Lucas. I don't know that I have him near the bottom. I'm thinking Jonathan Byers.
I could be okay with that. He was going to be my next.
Was he?
Yeah. I think it's
Okay.
funny. I was talking, because I'm watching this with my wife, and I was talking to her about it. I'm like, the first time I watched this, I was like, yeah, I like Jonathan. I think he's a good character. He's kind of not the best, dude.
He's I don't know. I mean, the actor obviously does a really good job with him.
Yes,
I don't
absolutely.
think there's any bad character except for, Barb for me. But
Yeah.
even then, I mean, she does a good
She's
job
not
of
even on the
being the
list.
annoying friend. But we got Will Byers at 10, Jonathan Byers at 9. Gosh, Joyce just can't produce a son that's top tier, huh?
No way.
No top tier sons from Joyce.
It's the dad's fault.
It is the dad's fault. We've got Steve Harrington. Well, sorry. He's just next on the list, but we don't have to start there.
Yeah.
Who do we have next?
So after Jonathan, dude, I'm still leaning towards Lucas. Again, not because I dislike him, just because lack of screen time. Or I feel like we could put Nancy down there. I'd be happy with either one of those.
Yeah, I think I would like Nancy there, number 8.
Yeah. Yeah, I do think Lucas has to be next, though. I've been saying him for the last 3 slots. It's his turn.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. For me, the last 2 are really just Will Byers, is the one who I'm I just don't like him. But I mean, we're in the part where it's these are all good characters moving forward, So it's we just got to place them somewhere. Okay, wait. So yeah, I see what you're saying. Cool. So we got Will Byers 10, Jonathan Byers 9, Nancy Wheeler 8, Lucas Sinclair 7, Steve Harrington. No, I'm getting ahead of myself. Who's number 6? We've got Steve Harrington, Jim Hopper, Joyce, Dustin, Mike, and 11.
Oh, man.
This is hard. This is where
Wavelength.
it gets hard.
Wavelength. I know who it is.
Dude, I think I know who it is too. 11?
Absolutely.
I think I'm with you. And again, love her.
I don't like it necessarily, but
yeah. But that just goes to show you this is done so well by the Duffer Brothers. Someone who is highly looked at in this season is not going to be high on our list. And that's cool. So.
But the thing is, it's still I don't hate any of these characters. I think they're all well written, good characters.
Well, yeah.
But Will doesn't exist. So it doesn't count.
We love Will. I mean, really, even, there's no hard feelings towards any of these characters. But yeah, like you said.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got Will Byers 10, Jonathan 9, Nancy 8, Lucas 7, 11 6. Who we got for 5? I think I'm going to throw one out there. Joyce.
Whoa,
I
really?
love Joyce as a character, but no, I agree with everything I was saying earlier. Why am I talking myself out of it?
Yeah, that's
Who
what
were
I'm
you
thinking.
thinking?
I'm thinking Mike. I'm thinking Mike is 5, dude.
What? You think?
Yes. Yeah, 100%. Here's the deal. He found this girl in the woods, and he totally dissed his other friends for her. Jerk move, man.
Yeah. Mike is 100% 5 for that.
Him and Nancy, man.
What a 5 move. Okay, we got
So Steve,
Mike at
Jim,
5.
Joyce, and Dustin.
Yeah. Okay, well, maybe we kind of work backwards now. Who top 2 for me? I've got my top 2.
I have my top 2.
I don't know the order, but it's definitely Stephen Hopper for me.
Yes, that's crazy. It is. I was hoping that Steve would make it up there, dude.
Excuse me. Here we go. All right. Not saying this has got to be the order.
Honestly,
Jim Hopper, Steve, Dustin. Is that it?
Actually, I think I would swap Joyce and Dustin. In all fairness.
Yeah, I like that. I like that too. Dustin is a great character. He often finds himself here's my thing. He is a great actor. And again, there's no hate towards his character because, I mean, we're in the top 4 right here where we got Dustin, right? But when you do compare him to Joyce, Stephen Hopper,
he's just not up there, dude.
He's not up there. Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's okay. I mean, you've got elites in this show, and that's what's cool.
Yep. You got to be strong to make that top 3, dude.
Are we happy with it?
I'm happy.
I think I'm good. I like this.
Yeah, I agree.
And then we can obviously add to this as we go further, like into season 2.
Yeah, let's keep this list and make some swaps if we need it.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, and I'm excited for when we conclude our watch of season 4.
Yeah.
I got some fun topics for us that we could kind of jump into.
Heck yeah.
So kind of to go back to it before we conclude the episode, we got Will Byers at 10, Jonathan Byers at 9, Nancy Wheeler at 8, Lucas Sinclair 7. We have 11 at 6, Mike Wheeler at 5, Dustin Henderson at 4, Joyce Byers at 3, Steve Harrington 2, and Jim Hopper 1.
That's a solid list to me.
That is a solid list. That is a very solid list. I'm here for it. Well, cool. Anything else we wanted to cover before we kind of break away?
No, just excited for season 2, man.
Yeah. This is our review of season 1, but I mean, call it a review. We loved it. I don't know that I'm going to put a score on it. I mean, just because 10 out of 10, if you're out there and you're like, why don't you put a score? Just 10 out of 10. It's a great show.
Yeah,
it's perfect.
It's just good.
Thanks for joining us, everybody. Again, we are going to be releasing these episodes 2 weeks apart. The other thing is that we got a lot of editing to do. And so if this comes out a little bit late, we might be already doing the next season. So I don't know. Get it together and somebody come work for us for free to edit videos for us, okay?
Oh,
and then make thumbnails. We're hiring.
We need you to edit and post and
and just come onto the podcast and talk for us as well.
Yes.
Everything.
Yep.
Thanks for joining us, guys. This is Post Credit Chat reviewing season 1 of Stranger Things. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Comment below. Let us know what your thoughts were on it. Again, you can find us at YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, /Twitter, and BlueSky. I don't think I missed any of them, right? That was probably it. All at the handle of Post Credit Chat. All right. You guys have a good day.
Okay, so I hope we leave this in when we edit, but he just left the podcast. He didn't stop it.